They had a sister by the name of Shelia Stubbs, and she was out campaigning because she's running for the state Senate out in Wisconsin. Well, in the process of her campaigning, going from door to door, you know, black people cannot walk around and do anything in this current time without the police being called on them, even campaigning for public office. Well, the police was called on this particular sister. I want you to hear what happened.
47-year-old Shelia Stubbs was campaigning last month to be her county's first black state assemblywoman, but then police showed up.
I felt humiliated. I felt outraged. I felt angry. I felt embarrassed.
Madison, Wisconsin police say they got a 911 call about a suspicious vehicle. The police report says the male caller, quote, thinks they are waiting for drugs at the local drug house. The female officer went on to question Stubbs.
And she says, well, how do you know what doors to knock on? And I said, the walk list. And she said, can I see it? And I said, sure, here you go. And then she said, I'm really sorry that happened to you.
Stubbs' 8-year-old daughter and 71-year-old mother were inside the vehicle. She's the second black woman to be questioned by police while campaigning in recent months.
Hi, so I just wanted to kind of inform you guys that we have this lady that's been walking up from Mather, and like for no apparent reason is walking from house to house.
Back in July, a deputy confronted an Oregon State Senator, Janelle Bynum, who was campaigning for re-election. Bynum said on Facebook, I asked to meet my constituent who thought I was suspicious. The officer called her, we talked, and she did apologize. As for Shelia Stubbs, she never spoke to the anonymous male who called the police on her. But if they're listening,
I want them to see that I made it. I survived. I am now your...
Now, obviously, you know, a lot of them say that they have high IQs. And usually when you have a high IQ, you're a very smart person. And smart people usually look at situations, pay attention to certain things before they make certain moves. And the guy that called said that it looked like they're waiting for drugs at the local drug house. Now, first and foremost, what is a drug house doing in your neighborhood? Why is the police allowing a drug house in your neighborhood? You knew about it so much to even tell the people on 911 there's a drug house. Now, when the police figured out what it was, why didn't the police go back to the person that called and say, hey, you said there was a drug house. Where's the drug house you said it was at? Now, that's what the police should be doing, getting your meth labs out of your neighborhood, your fentanyl labs out of your neighborhood. But no, you're going to call the police about a black woman going door to door campaigning. You see what they're worried about? They can have meth, fentanyl, and anything else, heroin in their neighborhood. No, it's a drug house. Not going to call the police on that, but you're going to call the police on a black woman campaigning, going door to door. I'm telling you, when I say that they have a hatred for us, it's all it is to it, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Now, you heard the other phone call that would happen earlier as well, and I knew about that story. I just didn't get to it. But they always call the police on everything else but what they should be calling the police on. People within their own community dealing drugs, selling it, using it. They don't want to call the police on that, but they'll call the police on a black woman. See, people throughout the world who's watching the video in African nations, the Caribbean, and then we have certain people in European nations that enjoy the show as well. This is what African Americans have to go through in this country. Don't let them tell you when they go to your countries that you should be about democracy and you should treat people fairly and you're doing this to your own people. Well, look at what happens to us in this country. I mean, always being harassed for doing something like running for public office. We can't sell water. We can't barbecue. We can't wait in our cars. We can't do anything without being harassed. And once again, I will always say they use the police as a weapon against black people to hopefully jail us, beat us, or murder us. That's why they call the police. It's no other reason but that. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about this particular story. This sister did win public office. Nobody ran against her, but it's just another day in America for black Americans.